There we go. All right, Mad Boxing here with Javier. If I can pronounce your last name, Zamarron.
Zamarron, correct.
All right, fantastic. You got the 2 R's in there.
Yes.
Now, I speak Spanish. I know what El Güerito means, but for anybody who doesn't, let us know what does that mean.
El Güerito means like the light-skinned one, the white-skinned one. I'm Mexican. A lot of people don't know that. Like they see me and they don't know that. And so, you know, I've had that nickname since I was a little kid. Everyone called me Güerito. So, you know, and I wanted the nickname because so people would know that I'm Mexican.
All right. So you're from Wisconsin.
Yes.
Not a lot of Mexicans out there, right? Like, how did that happen?
No, you'd be surprised. On the south side of Milwaukee, there's a lot more Mexicans. It's a big Mexican culture. You know, it's not too far from Chicago, and I know a long time ago Chicago was a big hub for Mexicans, and they slowly kind of moved a little bit more up north. And so there's a decent population of Mexicans out there.
All right, right on. Well, congratulations on the victory, right? It was a tough one. You can see the marks on your face there, right? Was there any point in that fight that you felt his power, that he hurt you at all?
No, he never hurt me. I mean, he was solid, but he never hurt me at any point. He did hit me with a few headbutts, and those hurt. You know, he caught me with a few jabs, but I tend to mark up pretty easy. But he never really hurt me. I feel like I definitely hurt him.
I was about to ask you that.
Yeah,
what a couple of occasions where you thought you had him?
I think in the 3rd round, I hit him with like overhand left or right hook on like kind of the top of the head, and I kind of seen him wobble. But I mean, he's been in there with world champions like Rubices Ramirez. He's never been stopped. I thought in the 6th round, I could have got him out of there, hit him with a lot of body shots, and then he didn't respond for a while. I thought the ref was going to tell him something. He didn't. You know, so all game to him, he's a tough motherfucker, you know, and so you know, I give him his props, but you know, I had to stay composed, and I obviously I maybe could have pushed it a little more, but I think you know, if I pushed it and the ref didn't step in, then I waste all my energy, you know. So I try to be smart at the same time, and you know, but I'm really happy with my performance. I feel like maybe like the judge had it 2 rounds. You know, they give him the 1st, the 7th I kind of took off after the 6th. I knew I had one more left in me though. I knew I could have finished stronger. The 7th round I slowed down. I wanted him to come out throwing, so in the last round he would throw a little bit more, so I can, you know, it's harder when someone's just playing defense. So I kind of wanted to open him up a little bit. But I feel like I was in control the whole time. I felt like I was the one controlling the pace. I was right there, you know. So I felt, obviously, it was a learning experience though. You know, I got marked up a little bit. I can definitely work on my defense all the time. You know, there's always something to learn. So I'm gonna take this fight and get even better.
All right, right on. And is this the first time you've fought in Vegas?
This is my 2nd time. I fought about a year and a half ago in the Palms on the top ranked card against another guy who was like 9-1, and we went the distance, and I beat him. And you know, so but it's nothing like fighting in Vegas, fight capital of the world, baby.
Yeah, no kidding. Have you noticed a difference from that first time here in Vegas to now? Because it is Vegas. There's a lot of distractions around, right? So any difference from that first time fighting here from now?
I think the first time I had a little bit more nerves. Like I think I was thinking too much early on in, like maybe in the 1st round, like I got to put on a show. I got to put on a show instead of kind of being smart. But I mean, I'm with RGBA. I got Robert Garcia in my corner. He talked to me after that 1st round. So I think the only difference was I got the experience now. I fought here before. This is my 2nd time. So, you know, I was kind of ready for it. I knew what to expect.
All right. Featherweight is a pretty stacked weight class,
yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah.
Tough, especially in the top rank specifically, yes. Right? So this particular fight here was 8 rounds, right?
Correct.
Do you anticipate your next one being a 10-rounder, or do you want to stick with 8 rounds for the time being?
Whatever they bring me. If it's another 8-rounder, it's another 8-rounder. If it's 10, I'm ready. You know, I train my ass off in the gym. I tell people all the time, my sparring, even this, I had a great fight. He was tough, but my sparrings are even tougher than this. I'm in the gym stacked full of prospects, champions. My sparring matches are tougher than these, and that's what prepares me for this.
Yeah. On that note, there are times where it seems that those sparring takes it out of you more than the fight. Have you ever felt that? You ever felt like, shit, I shouldn't have gone that hard in sparring, let me take it easy a little bit or anything?
No, because if I do that, I'm building a bad habit. You know, mentally, I can't think like that. Everybody, when you're training, your body breaks down, so you're gonna have bad days and good days. But mentally, I'm never like, I can slow it down a little bit today. Because if I start doing that in training, what if that translates to the fight? So mentally, I try to stay focused, like even when my body's tired, even when I know I kind of feel slower, sluggish, you know, I try to stay as sharp as I can.
All right, so you're at featherweight. As I said, it's pretty stacked, right? By the time you get to the level where you think you can get a title shot, right? if you had to call any of the champions out, who do you think you would match up against the best?
The best, I think I match up. I mean, and like you said, the 126 is stacked. You know, all the guys are tough. None of those fights are easy. They're all different. You got Shushu, you got Rafael Espino, who's fucking 6'1". You got Brandon,
which is a rarity, man.
Exactly. Then you got Brandon Figueroa, who's a dog. You know, they're all tough guys, but I think I can match up well against all of them. You know, I just got to train my ass off and just be ready and just stay sharp and just keep getting better. And I know my time will come.
All right. So got the nerves gone, right? The sense of relief after getting this victory. Time to celebrate. How do you anticipate celebrating?
You know, I probably got like 50 people that flew from Chicago over here at least. Yeah. So, and I got an uncle that recently moved over here. You know, we'll probably go to his house, relax, you know, get some food, you know, finally go get some pizza. I've been craving pizza, man. So go give me a good pizza, enjoy with my family. I got my girlfriend here and everything. So, you know, just enjoy with the family and everybody. And my family's my number one supporters. So, and I
saw that, man.
You know, you heard the crowd. I mean, yeah. I think I had the loudest crowd so far, you know, and it's a good card. So, you know, I'm blessed for my family, and you know, I'm gonna go celebrate this win with them, because without their support, I probably wouldn't be boxing. I probably would have quit a long time ago.
There's actually a secret pizza spot here that if you ever try it, here at the Cosmopolitan, pretty bomb pizza.
What's it called? Put me on.
It's literally what it's called, like the secret place.
The secret place?
Yeah, it's like a hole in the wall, basically a door. Got to look for it.
I think that's where I'm going.
Dude, I don't blame you. All right. Thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the celebration. We'll see you next time.
No, yeah, thank you.